Hi, I'm Jeff.
Hi, I'm Hanny.
Welcome to part 2 of Trends and Fads. The title of this month's Trends and Fads lesson is all about podcasts. Today we'll be hearing from Walter and Ada again.
Walter is an old guy. He doesn't really understand podcasts. He gets how podcasts and old-fashioned radio programs are alike, but there are things he still doesn't get. That's where Ada comes in.
Ada is Walter's granddaughter. She's young, duh. And she knows all about smartphones and podcasts, etc.
So she's helping Walter to understand podcasts so that he can enjoy listening to them.
Good for him. Soon he'll be able to enjoy what we young-ish people have been enjoying for years.
Right. Okay, everyone, let's hear from Walter and Ada again right after we take a break and review today's vocabulary. 好，我们今天要继续来看关于 podcast 的对话。Ada 她在教爷爷使用 podcast。那么首先呢，就是要打开应用程式，然后你会看到节目清单。这时候爷爷突然打岔问说：“如果没有看到有趣的节目怎么办呢？” Ada 就说：“你可以搜寻自己喜欢的主题，而且听 podcast 你不用担心费用，大多数的节目都是免费的，不会花到钱。”好，来看今天会用到的4个单字。第一个 search。Search 可以当动词或名词来表达搜寻、寻找。那在课文里面呢，它是名词的用法。例如 ，Good luck with your job search. Good luck with your job search. 祝你找工作顺利。下一个单词 topic 表示主题，是个名词。例如 ，What's the topic of the speech? What's the topic of the speech? 那场演讲的主题是什么呢？第3个单词 interrupt 表示打断人家谈话啊，插嘴打岔的意思，这是一个动词。例如 He kept interrupting the speaker with questions. He kept interrupting the speaker with questions. 他一直问问题，打断那一位讲者说话。最后一个单字 cost 在课文里面它是当动词来表达要价多少，花费多少。那么它的动词3态同形 cost。举例来说 How much does the yellow dress cost? How much does the yellow dress cost? 那件黄色洋装要价多少钱呢？好，那现在看完单字例句，我们来读课文吧。
Walter gets more help from Ada. How do I listen to these podcasts?
It's easy. Open the app and you'll see a list of shows. Then,
What if I don't see anything interesting?
in that case, you can do a search and look for topics that you like.
Explanation 1.
Welcome to part 2 of this month's Trends and Fads lesson. The title of our lesson is all about podcasts. Let's start reading.
Okay, Ada and Walter are still at it, still talking about podcasts. Ada, again, knows all there's to know about podcasts. Walter, on the other hand, needs a little help.
Yup, in this case, it's the granddaughter who is helping the grandfather. How funny. But that's how it works very often in the world these days. Younger people are often better when it comes to technology than older people are.
的确，说到科技啊，年轻人通常会比较懂那些新的产品或是新的技术。那么 Jeff 老师刚刚用到 technology 就是表示科技。Okay, now let's get on with today's lesson. In today's lesson, Walter gets more help from Ada.
Walter kicks things off with the most basic question about podcasts that you could ever imagine. He asks, "How do I listen to these podcasts?
And Ada responds by telling him that it's easy to listen to podcasts. You just open the app and you'll see a list of shows. And then...
Folks, that's really all there is to it. Really. You just search for podcasts the same way that you would search for music or anything else on the internet or within an app. There are even dedicated apps for podcasts, just like there are dedicated apps for music apps like Spotify.
True, but old people don't know about search the same way that they don't know about podcasts.
True.
So next, Walter asks, what if I don't see anything interesting?
He really knows nothing about search. Anyway, though, we now have to hear from Teacher Daphne.
大家好，我是 Daphne。今天的第一则文法是 What if 加主词加动词，意思是假使要是点点点怎么办？是一句省略句。省略字 What would result if 主词加动词，总共有2个子句组成。一个是疑问子句 What would result 会怎样？一句是条件子句 if 加主词加动词，如果点点点。口语中则省略为 What if 主词加动词。我们来看个例句 What if the train is late 要是火车误点怎么办呢？
谢谢 Daphne 老师的讲解。刚刚我们提到有专门用来听 podcast 的应用程式，就像我们要听音乐的时候，也会使用专门用来听音乐的应用程式。那么 dedicated 这个形容词其实就可以用来形容是专门的、专用的，它叫做 dedicated. Okay, long ago, when you were listening to the radio and you didn't like the show, you changed the channel, right? And things have changed though. Now you can look for the things you like and listen to them when you like.
You can search for the podcasts you want to listen to. Can't find anything interesting? In that case, you can do a search and look for topics that you like. Isn't that cool? What do you think? Teacher Daphne.
第二则文法是 In that case 意思是既然如此那样的话 In 是介系词意思是处在点点点中 That 是指示形容词意思是那样的 Case 是名词意思是状况情形 In that case 字面意思就是处在那样的状况为副词片语使用的时候通常放在句子的开头而且要用逗号与后方的子句隔开我们来看个例句 Are you tired? In that case, let's take a break 你累了吗？既然如此我们休息一下
And we're back, but not for long.
Right. It is time for a break, but don't go away. We'll be back soon.
I'm sorry I interrupted you, Ada. Please continue.
That's okay. After you pick a podcast, you can listen to one or all of its episodes.
That's going to cost a lot, right?
No, most podcasts are free to listen to and download.
Explanation 2.
Welcome back to part 2 of this month's Trends and Fads lesson. Ada is giving Walter more help.
Right. Walter is having trouble with podcasts, so he figures that he can ask his granddaughter Ada questions about podcasts. He knows she will understand them.
True. But there comes a time when your questions become a bit much.
Right. Your questions might be taking too much time. That's true. And that's not good. Neither is interrupting the person answering your questions.
Walter gets this. In the next line, he says, I'm sorry I interrupted you, Ada. Then he adds, please continue.
Well, and Ada, being a good granddaughter, says that's okay. Then she continues her explanation from before.
She says, after you pick a podcast, you can listen to one or all of its episodes.
Okay, now this is the way the podcasts work. I have done this many times myself. You click on the podcast, you download episodes, it's great. And best of all, it's free. Seriously, it's free.
It's free. I sometimes find this hard to believe, but it's true. Anyway, Walter figures he's going to have to pay for podcasts, and that's why he says, That's gonna cost a lot, right?
Well, Ada answers him by saying, no, most podcasts are free to listen to and download.
Amazing, right?
Yes.
Amazing.
It's amazing. 好 ，Ada 最后提到，选好你要听的 podcast 节目之后呢，你可以听其中一集，或是听全部的集数，而且大多数的节目都是免费收听跟下载的哦。听到免费是不是眼睛都亮了？觉得很棒吧？好，这边补充一下 ，episode 这个字可以表达一集，像是广播节目的一集啊，或是电视剧，我们看日剧、美剧那种一集。还有 download 这个动词表示下载。刚刚 Jeff 老师用到 amazing 就可以用来形容是很棒的、不可思议的或是令人称奇的。Okay, everyone, this month's Trends Facts lesson is now finished.
Right. Stay tuned. Part 3 of Trends and Fads is coming up next time. It's an article on podcasts that does not contain Walter and Ada. Anyways, see you soon.
All about podcasts. Walter gets more help from Ada. How do I listen to these podcasts?
It's easy. Open the app and you'll see a list of shows. Then,
What if I don't see anything interesting?
in that case, you can do a search and look for topics that you like.
I'm sorry I interrupted you, Ada. Please continue.
That's okay. After you pick a podcast, you can listen to one or all of its episodes.
That's going to cost a lot, right?
No, most podcasts are free to listen to and download.
Hi! Are you a big fan of sports? In Rio de Janeiro, sports fans love to visit the Maracana Stadium. This stadium is one of the best in the world. It hosted its first World Cup in 1950. That was the year the stadium was completed. In 1969, Pele scored his 1,000th goal at Maracana. Many people think Pele is the best soccer player in history. In 2016, Maracana Stadium hosted the Summer Olympic soccer matches. Brazil beat Germany 5-4 in the final match. Besides sports events, Maracana Stadium has hosted some amazing concerts as well. Both Tina Turner and Paul McCartney have performed here. Each brought over 180,000 people to the stadium. They even made it into the Guinness Book of World Records. Now, maybe you understand why the stadium is so special. Here is more information. Iconic. Who in your mind is an iconic popular singer? Stadium. Thousands of soccer fans went to the stadium to watch the match. Host. Japan will host the Summer Olympics in 2020. Seat. I was in the back seat, and my father was driving. Attendance. Attendance has been down since ticket prices rose. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, I can't go to Brian's birthday party this Saturday. Renovation. We are doing renovations on our kitchen. Rebuild. Their house was rebuilt after the earthquake. Prepare. Mom is preparing dinner in the kitchen. Speech. I am interested in Vic's speech. Well, that's it for today. Isn't the Maracana Stadium so amazing? I hope you had fun learning about it. See you next time.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 又到我们1分钟的单元喽。那我们今天要用1分钟的时间来复习4个单字，也会造句练习。同学们，您都准备好没？好，1分钟计时，开始。第一个单字，它可以用来表达搜寻或是寻找，这个字可以当名词或当动词，它叫做 search。那我们是要用名词造句。She did a quick search online。她上网快速的搜寻一下。第二单字呢，它是指主题，主题要怎么说？叫做 topic。I don't know much about the topic. 我对这个主题不太了解。好，第三个单字是很不好的行为，叫做打断、插话、打岔、打断人家谈话，这个字叫做 interrupt。Interrupt. It's rude to interrupt. 打断人家说话是不礼貌的哦。那么第4个单字，它可以用来表达要价多少钱，花费多少钱，这个字叫做 cost。它动词三态同形 cost。The book costs $500 NT. 这本书它要价新台币500元。好，太好了，我们轻轻松松就在1分钟之内复习完4个单字喽。同学们表现很棒诶，那还是要多多复习，多多造句练习，才不容易忘记哦。我们下次见，拜拜。
See you next time.